Hello stamping friends, this is the 2014 October online card class, and since most of the cards use this technique, I've decided to just do one video this month, so that'll be easier for all of us, right? It'll be easier for me and easier for you to watch. This is a really fun technique. It's called acrylic block stamping, and it really gives a lot of personality to your cards, and I even like that it has a little bit of texture too. You'll feel that after you've made your cards at home. So this is the first card, this is the second card, third, and fourth. Now, since this one has a little bit different technique, I am going to demonstrate how to do this background and how to do the masking for this card. Okay. So this is card number five, sorry, and then card number 6. I am going to show you a few things on these cards as well, just to give you a little bit of help with your projects this month. Before we actually get started, I wanted to share with you, when you are doing this technique, if you don't have enough ink or enough water or too much water, then you're going to get different effects. Not that they're bad, but just know that your cards may look different. Each of your cards may look different due to the way you ink, or due to if your stamp pads have enough ink on them, or if you've used too much water. So I thought this was a really good visual, so I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to take the acrylic block C, and I wanted to point out, I don't know if you can see it quite on the video, but on the sides of the Stampin' Up! Acrylic blocks, there are alpha numbers, okay, alphabets, sorry. So we have A, B, C, D kind of thing. I am using block C for this one, and I'm using 3 different colors of yellows. So I have So Saffron, Crushed Curry, and Hello Honey. So the way you do this, come in just a little bit, is that you want to ink up the block, and notice how I've added more ink. I found out really quickly if one of my inks were drier, it didn't give the same effect. Okay, so then I'm going to turn the block this way. Okay, we want it longer. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink up on my next darker shade. And it's okay that I have done that. The lighter ink is not going to hurt the darker ink. All right. Now I'm going to go to my third ink, and I'm just going to get about 1/3 of the way down. So I've got 1/3 and about 1/3 and 1/3. Okay. So that's about how it comes out. Now, there's 2 ways to add water. If you have an old Stampin' Mist bottle, you can use that. But what you're wanting is a very fine mist for this process, okay? The spritzers from Stampin' Up! Work amazing. They give a really light mist, and you'll have a really good result with those. I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm just going to put something here to protect my surface. And all I want to do is just give it a light mist. Okay, again, if you put too much water, you're going to see more of a runny look, but it's fine. It's really a very artistic background. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp on my paper. And if you'll notice, you can see how it all kind of bleeds together. And that's what gives it the effect. I like to leave it on there for just a few seconds longer than I would if it was just a stamp, okay? And then I want to lift it up. Now, you can see on this one that I didn't get all the ink transferred over. Could have just been my pressing. But the main thing I want to point out is that you do want to let that completely dry before you do your stamping over it with the Memento Black. Okay, so we're just going to let that sit there for a bit. I wanted to show you another way that you can do this technique by using Stampin' Write water-based markers. Okay, so I have 3 different shades of blues. I'm going to do the same technique, but I'm just going to color straight on the block. And I know you can't see it on the video because I can barely see it myself. I'm just going to color like that. Then I'm going to take a next shade and just kind of... So this is really a fun way. You can also do it with re-inkers, but we're not going to do that today. I figured that would kind of overwhelm you. But just in case you don't have 3 stamp pads that are different shades of yellow or different shades of green, whatever the projects are that we're using, then you can also use markers. So let's get our mister. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to really push this one down better. And there you go. So as you can see, both of them look different. It is perfectly fine. Now, one thing that you may enjoy trying out is using the paper piercing mat underneath there. It's not as hard of a mat as what I have. Now I'm just going to set these aside so that they can dry. I'm doing that for a reason, so that you will let yours dry before you stamp on it, because if you don't, you get a really molted looking image. So I wanted to show you how to do this card. If you'll notice, the hardwood background stamp is just on a portion of the card, and we used this in one of our previous classes. So I wanted to show you how to do this. So you take a piece of paper and tear it. See how jagged it is? And so you're going to do that. I have my very vanilla out here. Now, if you wanted to just match it up perfectly, that's fine. But I like to just offset it some. Just give it a little bit more personality. I'm using baked brown sugar. You can use any of the browns that you want. I'm going to ink up just a part of the stamp. You don't have to do the whole thing because only this amount is going to be inked up, is going to be stamped. Okay, so then I'm just going to stamp straight down and press. And then when I lift up, ta-da, I get just a little bit. Okay, and you'll notice it's got the shape in it, but it's not so defined that your card looks, I don't know, perfect, permanent, I don't know. All right, so then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the stamp and you're going to stamp once and then stamp again. Okay, and then if you want to, you can off stamp again and do one more down here. So we have a lot of shading going on, okay, dark to light. Then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to ink up the leaf stamp, and I'm stamping off, okay, and then you're going to take another one and come in about right there, okay. Then we're going to take our words that come with the stamp set. I always love stamp sets that have pictures and words, because then you can make so many cards using just that one stamp set. And that's what we like to point out when you are in these online classes, because we want to give you the best bang for your buck. We want you to be able to make, well, at least 6 cards every month, right? Okay, so that's how we did that one. And then you're basically going to do the same thing. I just took my piece of paper, laid it over there, inked up my stamp, and just stamped that border, okay? So really fun, easy cards, okay? Now, I don't think you can see it on this video, but I decided to do a little bit of jagging or jagged edge with my paper, and I'm just going to show you with a piece of scrap paper here. I just took a pair of sharp scissors, so be careful, and I just roughed up that edge. Okay, so you can see how it just kind of looks jagged, and it just kind of gave this woodsy outdoor looking card, just a little bit of texture, okay? This is put on, by the way, with dimensionals, and you'll get all of that in your instructions this month on the PDF. All of the measurements of the cards, all of your cardstock pieces, everything comes to you in your kits. Okay, so now we're ready to go ahead and stamp. And I'm just going to take, where'd it go? There it is. I'm actually doing a different color stamp so that I don't have to clean up. But I kind of like this because I think what's going to happen is, whoops, nope, I know what I was going to show you. I'm so sorry, I almost forgot. You're going to take Post-it notes and you're going to mask off both sides of the yellow. And let me show you the card again so that you'll know what we're doing. Okay, so there's the card. And the reason that you're doing that is because the stamp is a lot bigger. So see, if you were to do that, your tree branch and everything is going to be way over off the block. So on this stamp, and I'm going to show you the stamp. See how it didn't ink up as well? I like to ink up with the stamp facing up because then I can really see that I got it all nice and inked up. Okay, there we go. All right, so then I'm going to stamp straight down, press, lift straight up, remove my Post-it notes, and there you go. Okay? All right. Have fun this month with these cards. I think you will appreciate how easy they are and how quickly you can get them together. And if you have any questions, just let us know. Thank you and happy stamping.